Hi guys, welcome back to The Bullshit Machine. You might be watching me on my YouTube channel, or you could be listening to me on all the podcast apps like Spotify and the Apple Podcast app. Wherever you're listening, welcome. And once again, it's an honor to be vibrating my voice and my face to wherever you are. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about Groundhog Day, which is definitely something that I'm 100% experiencing in my life at the moment, and it's such a fucked up feeling because, and I think whether you're listening in Australia or Victoria or wherever you are, whether you're in the States, anywhere in the world, welcome listeners wherever you are. This sense of Groundhog Day is you don't it doesn't come to you straight away. It just doesn't. And for me, it's only literally dawned on me in the last month or so, because here in Victoria we are in absolute stage 4 lockdown where you can't even leave your house other than for exercise or whatever. But it's so interesting because what I found is that each morning I've been waking up and you just sort of wake up and it's almost like you know how the day's going to pan out, and then you do your day whether you're working, not working, and then you just end up going to bed. And it's such a shitty existence to be stuck in. And one of the things that I teach and one of the things that I really harp on about all the time is that we all create our reality, and we all we all whatever we're experiencing in life is our creation. So we really have to take full responsibility for everything that we are doing, everything that we are creating, and every single thing that we're experiencing in our life. And because I teach this so much, and I teach certain tools to be able to take responsibility and take accountability. What I sort of found is that I've sort of let go of that in my own life over the last few months. And it's actually quite frustrating in a sense that I feel like a bit of a fake. And it's good because this happens quite often where I realize that the stuff that I'm preaching, I'm not actually living myself. And then it takes me to this place where I have to, re-examine what's really going on in my own life, and I've definitely done that over the last 3 or 4 days. And what I've found is that when you fall into this space of Groundhog's Day, it's basically where everything is just the same day in, day out. It's all the same. And I actually don't reckon it matters whether you're in a lockdown or not, because we seem to be in that sort of dynamic so often. So what I've started doing in my own life is on purpose. I've started changing things up. And one of the key things that's come to me through that is the absolute power of process. Because the thing is, what you're going to do today, you're not going to see an immediate result straight away. You're not going to see that you take one little action and then suddenly your world is just going to be this magical place. It's just, I mean, look, maybe it happens with you, but with me, it definitely doesn't happen. So what I've started doing over the last couple of months, well, actually I lie, over the last 3 or 4 weeks, is that I've started adding different little things into my life that I know after a few times of doing it, or after doing it every single day, it's going to start to, it's going to start to yield a result in my life that I can start to see now after doing 3 or 4 weeks of certain things that are starting to unfold. And when you find yourself in Groundhog's Day, one of the key areas where I can almost guarantee that you are struggling with, or that you're creating for yourself, is that you've fallen into a pattern. And the only way to bring yourself out of a pattern is by adding in certain things that are going to pull you out of that pattern and take you into a different pattern. And it's always, I mean, the human behavior is we get used to certain behaviors, get used to certain patterns, and then we just live that day in, day out. So really the key to what I'm doing at the moment when I'm preaching to my clients and preaching to my my corporate clients and one-on-one clients is to really pick apart the power of process. So in terms of process, this is what I've come to, is that when you want to experience something in your life other than what you're experiencing, first you have to know what that is. You have to get quite specific, and even if it's just a feeling of something else other than what you're experiencing, you have to know where it is you're going in order to I guess work back from it and organize a step-by-step process to get there. And with that's one of the toughest things to do, is because you actually have to acknowledge that you're in this place of just sameness every day, and it's fucking boring, man. And it is. And once you get bored of your life and there's no excitement in your life, that's when you know that it's time to change shit up. And this is the beauty about being a human being, is that once you acknowledge that you are being a totally dysfunctional human and you've fallen into this dirty, yucky and boring pattern, then you actually get a choice to make a different impact in your life and to do to make different choices. So in terms of the choices that you're making, one of the key things that I would definitely recommend that's really, really working for me at the moment is to really get clear on what it is that you want to experience. And once you get clear on what it is that you want to experience, then we can start to add in certain steps that are going to take us there. So the way you do that is by, I mean, look, for me, I love doing some journaling. Journaling for me really works because I know that as soon as I put pen to paper, I start writing. For me, it's automatic writing, and I start writing in a way where I have no agenda. I just allow all the thoughts, everything to come out. And then once all the dirt comes out, you sort of wash away all the dirt through writing. Then what happens then is then you start to intuitively get some what's the word, solutions that could work for you. And so it's really important, because the way that we exist as human beings is that if we're not aware of our dirt, then basically the dirt sort of just sits on top, and we're constantly existing from this place of dirty, muddy waters where everything is a little bit confusing and uncertain. But in the only way, you have to find a way to wash away that dirt, which is sitting right at the surface. Because if you don't wash away that dirt, then you won't be able to see what's underneath it. And underneath that dirt is what is the magic of life. And once you get underneath it to that magic, that's where really all the answers live. And those answers are in this place of, some of you might have heard me talk before about the superconscious, and underneath that dirt, that's where the superconscious lives. And one of the most powerful things about the superconscious is that it's this level of consciousness where you choose to be, where everything is connected on all levels of time and space. And once you know you are connected into that superconscious vibration, it's every single time that you have any issue, any sort of egoic dysfunction that's playing out in your life, all you need to do is just tap in, connect into that superconscious place, and then you get the answer straight away. So one of the key ways that works for me is through journaling. Another way that works for me is getting out in nature. And these things might seem really obvious, and they're obvious because they are, but it's, getting out in nature and experiencing the grass and the trees and getting your ass down to the beach or wherever you are, and really tapping into this beauty of nature. And when you're, even if it's winter or summer where you are, whatever, even if it's raining, feeling the rain hitting your face and feeling the cold air or the warm air, and just simply getting out and experiencing nature. So there's journaling, there's getting out in nature, there's definitely exercise like yoga and meditation. I mean, these are the things that so many people are wanting to do, and they know that it's good for them, but they don't fucking do it. It just makes no sense. But I mean, it does make sense because I've experienced that. I mean, I've had this lagging period of a few months where I've just felt, really, really disconnected from myself, and it fucking sucks, man. When you're disconnected from yourself, it means that you are disconnected from your dreams, you're disconnected from your future, you're disconnected from the present moment, and it actually hurts. And one of the coolest things about life is that it doesn't really matter whether you're experiencing a good experience in your life that you're loving and it's joyful and happy and adventurous, or whether you're experiencing a really shitty experience in life. And the reason I say it doesn't matter is because it actually takes the same amount of effort to work towards joy and happiness, and to work towards a life where you're feeling peaceful and free. It takes the same amount of effort to do that as it does to sit around and do nothing. I mean, sitting around and doing nothing and procrastinating and not taking any action at all, it actually takes work, because it hurts. It feels yuck. It feels grimy. It feels gritty. It feels just it fucking hurts emotionally. But that's the thing. It's like you've just gotta make the choice of what are you gonna do? Are you gonna work towards being, moving towards uncertainty and getting out of this place of patternistic Groundhog Day, or are you going to do the work to actually go towards your dreams and what you believe, and go towards things that actually make you happy, and that's the thing, guys, is that in order to step into this place of happiness, it takes fucking work. All the people that you see out there that are happy and peaceful, and they've got great relationships, and they've got abundant financially, and they're healthy, and they've got a vitality of life. It doesn't happen as a magical moment. Well, actually, you know what? It does happen as a magical moment, but they've worked through steps to get themselves to that magical moment. And that is the truth about life, is that wherever you are right now, whatever you are doing, whether you're seeing my face or listening to my voice, the biggest thing I can tell you right now is that if you're feeling like you are in a pattern and you don't like that pattern, then fucking change it, guys. Change it up. Like, I'm telling you. And try these things. Do, journaling, get your ass out in nature, whether it's yoga, whether it's meditation. You probably heard these things a million times, and you're probably hearing my voice going, Tom, yeah, I know. But yeah, fucking cool, then go and do it, I've had to force myself, 3-4 weeks ago, I had to force myself to just add back into my life these things that I know that are good for me. So at some point, you have to sit back, get really honest with what's going on. Stop fucking blaming coronavirus. Stop fucking blaming the world. Stop getting involved in conspiracies and governments and politicians. you know what, these dumb fucks are going to keep doing what they're doing regardless of whether you're happy or sad, you know, and they're doing what they're doing. But the best thing about this is you get to make a choice, and you get to fill up your own cup regardless of what's going on in the world around you. And this is one of the greatest and best things that God invented about human beings, and God put into human beings. And the number one magical thing that God created within human beings is the power of choice. It's the power of choice. So if you don't want to sit in your bullshit anymore, and you don't want to sit and you don't want to feel like it's Groundhog Day, and you know what? You might be living in Groundhog's Day, and you might be in this pattern, and maybe you'll enjoy it. But then, you know what? If you're enjoying it, then fuck, man, own it and stay in it and do what you do. Maybe you've created a pattern where you just need to have a break. But if you're feeling like you're in this constant daily, you know, pattern, which I've used 100 times before, but you're in this constant daily pattern and you don't like it, then fucking change it up, guys. Like, change it up. It's not that hard. It comes from one little choice. I'm not fucking with you. It comes from a very simple choice of saying, you know what? I'm just going to try a few little things here. I'm going to try to add into my life certain things, and you know, that's where it's at for a lot of us at the moment around the world, where we just have to make a choice, and we have to be okay with the fact that we have the power to make a choice, and I believe that that's where I'm sitting at the moment, and I believe a lot of people out there are sitting at the moment. So you know, one, I applaud you for being an awesome human being. Otherwise, you would not be listening to this this podcast, and really just call yourself on your bullshit, guys, and really dig in and have the courage to make the choice. And there's no fucking excuses, really. There's no excuses. It's up to you. It's no one else is going to do it for you. It's you, and you know, it just give yourself that beautiful gift of realizing that, and acknowledging that you are the person that gets to create your life. You are the person that gets to make that choice to come out of, you know, the phoenix rising. It's you. No one else is going to do it for you. And it just takes little steps, tiny little steps, and you go one little step, then you add another little step in, another one, and before you know it, you're looking back in a week or two time, and you're going, man, I'm so fucking thankful that I made that first choice, even though I had no idea where it was leading. I was feeling totally uncertain. I had no sure way of anything, but I did it, and I started making choices. And whether you start doing it now or whether you've already started doing it, congratulations. But I'm just, you know, reflecting to you what I'm realizing about myself, and I'm calling myself on my own bullshit, and there it is. So guys, I love you, and well done, and I will see you in the next episode of The Bullshit Machine. Yeah.